Hello everyone, so today we're going to make a nice easy spaghetti and meatballs. So for those of you that fancy a nice easy quick meal, hopefully this will be the one for you. So I'm just going to get the ingredients ready and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so we're going to start with 2 carrots and an onion. And what we're going to do is, I don't peel the carrots but you guys can, because I am not bothered. I don't mind the extra bit of texture, but you guys might want to, so feel free. So I'm just going to chop the carrots nicely into fairly small pieces. Carrots is my own little addition. It's not on many recipes, but personally I like the extra flavour from it. So I'm just going to chop them into little small chunks like this. Okay, keep that to one side, and then we're going to chop an onion. So just take the ends off, and sorry, I'm just getting all the bits off. I'm going to chop that and then get back to you. Okay, so we've got some nice chopped carrots and onions, which we would now fry. I'm going to use our air fryer because that's what I have to hand and it does the job for me. So I'm just going to put a little bit of oil into here, and then I'm going to put the carrots and the onions in and put them on for about 10 minutes, but have a look. If you think they need a bit longer, do them a bit longer. Okay, it's just to get a little bit of the crunch away before we cook the rest. Okay, so while the onions are cooking, because this is going to be a slow cooker recipe again, however you can do it in a pan on the stove, exactly the same. I'm going to make the sauce for it while I'm waiting for the onions, and then everything just goes in sauce and it goes on a slow cooker for a couple of hours. So, first of all, we're going to add, let's pop the phone down so you can see better, we're going to add some tomato sauce, anyone that you like, doesn't matter. This one's a bolognese one, it doesn't really make any difference, they're all kind of the same. Add that in to the slow cooker. You can just leave it there guys, just with the tomato sauce. I personally like to add some other things, which I'm going to show you, and it's up to you if you want to try it. So then I want to add some salt, just a few squeezes of salt. Okay, I'm going to add some pepper, personally I put quite a lot of pepper in, I like the flavour, but it's up to you guys at the end of the day. Then I'm going to add my oyster sauce. And you can add about, I like a lot, but I would add, I've just chucked it in, but you can add a couple of teaspoons of oyster sauce. And the other thing I'd like to add is some garlic. And later on, when the whole dish is cooked, I will put some oregano on the top. Okay, but obviously I'm not going to do that yet. So I'll add a teaspoon of garlic. And then I'm happy now that my sauce is going to have lots of flavour. Okay, so I'll come back to you in a bit when all the other stuff, when all the onions and carrots are cooked, and then I'll show you what to do with the meatballs. Okay, everyone. So the onions and carrots have got a little bit fried from in the air fryer, so I'm just going to add them in straight in to the sauce. Hopefully you can see that there. And then I'm going to show you now what to do with the meatballs. Now, the meatballs you would normally fry in a frying pan on your stove, but you can do them in an air fryer as well, which is what I'm going to do. So, these are my meatballs. The white stuff on the top, don't worry, that's oil. So basically, these are plant-based meatballs, but you can obviously use beef meatballs or whatever you want. I've sprayed them with Fry Light, which is this. just so that they've got a little bit of oil on them before they go into the air fryer. Then I'm going to tip them into the air fryer basket. Okay, so my meatballs are now in the air fryer basket, and I'm going to pop that in, and I'm going to cook them on quite a high level for about 10-15 minutes. Just check them after. I don't need them cooked all the way through, but I definitely need the outside to be cooked, especially if the meat, obviously. So once they're done, then we'll add it into the sauce and the onions here. Turn the slow cooker on, and that's basically the main part of the dish done. It's just the spaghetti then. Our meatballs have been cooking in the air fryer, and they've been on for, to be fair, about 5 minutes so far. Let's just check them. Oh, they're looking really nice. Okay, we'll leave them in for that little bit longer, perhaps for that last 5 minutes. Okay guys, so the meatballs are now done. Looking absolutely lovely, nice and brown. Probably left them in a tiny bit too long actually, but it doesn't matter, they'll taste lovely. So I'm going to add those into the sauce now. I've added them into the sauce. I'm going to mix it up, and that is all nice and ready to be slow cooked. Probably, the meatballs are probably cooked, to be honest, so it probably only needs about an hour. If you're doing this on the stove, it won't need very long, probably about half an hour. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on now, pop the lid on my slow cooker, and leave that for about an hour, and then come and see what it's like. So while I'm waiting, obviously you would wait for all of your main course to cook, but as I'm just showing you, I'm going to do the spaghetti. So you can do it in a microwave. Personally, I tend to do it in the pan on the stove, but if you've only got a microwave, or it's safer for you to use a microwave, feel free. So I'm going to show you the microwave method. So first of all, you get your microwavable bowl, and then your spaghetti split into 3, because it needs to fit properly into the bowl. Okay. Then what you need to do is boil a kettle. And once the water's boiling, pour it over the top, just so that it covers the spaghetti. You don't want it all the way up, because it will rise as it cooks anyway. Okay, so covering the spaghetti, and then inside your microwave you do need to cover your microwavable bowl. Cling film will also work, that's fine, but make sure there's a hole in it so it's not complete, so some of the steam can escape, just to be safe. Okay, so once the water's boiled, I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've just added a bit of salt, and I'm going to cover it with this microwavable cover. Pop it into the microwave, 3 minutes, then check it, and then stir it, and then see if I need to put it on any longer. But obviously it needs to boil, so we'll just see how we go. Keep an eye on it. Going to have a look on if we need to. Spaghetti, see how that's doing in the microwave. Okay, so it's now had, it's much better this time, look. It's now had 6 minutes in 2-3 minute slots. So now here's a way to test spaghetti that people might find not very good, but it's how I do it. Take a piece of spaghetti and throw it on the cupboard, and if it sticks, it's done. So basically that's my way of telling. Obviously that piece is going to go in the bin, and I'm going to but the rest, so it's taken 6 minutes in the microwave, it just needs draining, and then once the meatballs are done, then the meatballs and the spaghetti will go together, and there you go, a nice lovely cheap cheerful dinner for you. Okay, thank you very much, hope you enjoy it.